belief, the frequency of communication, it builds as if those two are meant to be together. It creates a certain type of positive aspect on love, you know? It gives that bond instead of that sensation, that desire. It creates a more, stabilized vision of how you can be able to see that yourself with that person in the future. And the thing of love language is not necessarily how you speak. It's also how you approach yourself. It's also how you deal with love, how you accept it, how you receive it, how you give it out. Okay? It depends on the certain way you handle your energy in that Venus, house. And we want to make sure before we get into a relationship or get into a ship where there's space, because relationships and being with someone is just your ship in that space floating around. So when you're in a relationship or partnership or business ship, that's just your ship floating in that frequency or in that, cosmic, bubble of energy that you guys has created, or you can just say just aura, Many ways you can put that. But to put it on an astrological level, we're going to say the spaceship and the spaceship representing you and the emotions and the chemistry and the frequency of the relationship represents the space that the ship is floating in, right? So let me say that again. So the spaceship is representing you. So when you're in a relationship, a business ship, or a partnership, the spaceship, meaning just the ship, is representing you in the space that it is flying in, you, that you are vibrating in, is the emotions, the chemistry, the connection. That's the space that your ship is floating in. So you want to understand that as well when you're tying yourself into certain types of journeys and jumping on other people's paths or people jumping onto your path. You have to be very careful on trying to, put a title on something when it's not really what it is. You can be in a relationship with someone and, you can be in a relationship with someone and it's really only for financial reasons. So technically it's not a relationship because you guys are not relating. There is no relation, there's no reflecting, there's only beneficial reasons why you're in that relationship, and it's one of the reasons are financially. So in the door, love language is important, communication. In the door, you have to be able to present those energies of how you are, with your chart, just about nature, and explaining to your soulmate or the person that you're trying to connect with what you expect and what you want, but also things that you're willing to sacrifice. Okay, that's the whole purpose of communication. Communicating comes to a point of understanding where the intentions of that being is going. Is it pure? Is it long term? Is it short term? Is it ill intent? Because you can be with someone because they are attractive. You like the way they look. But you don't know their soul. You don't love their soul, right? So when you're in the relationship, you're only attracted towards that person when they're in their most up, tight. They get their hair done, their nails done, their, face beat. But you don't like her when she's in her most divine self. So it gets friction inside the relationship because in the beginning there wasn't no communication, and also too there wasn't no belief. He didn't believe in her enough to understand that, oh, she's beautiful Just I'm attracted to her on the outside, but she's also beautiful on the inside. You can't just be attracted to something or go up to something and be like, damn, I like that. You can like something, but you don't have to believe in it. You can be taught something in school, but you don't have to apply it to your life. So people have choices. We have choices as human beings on planet Earth. We have a choice, rather, to do something that we want to do, because we are, we have our life in our hands. We control our lives. So, again, when you when you're not communicating on the intentions that you really, really want, and you're not believing in that person, you start to be in the beginning of the relationship where, okay, certain types of things, you're seeing this person sometimes on this day, on that day, then you guys start seeing each other every day, and then things are not the way they were in the beginning, or things are not what you said they were in the beginning. So, because even though people are stuck in their ways, it's best to communicate, even love, and learn yourself to be able to balance your energies. That's why some people are in toxic relationships, because they're in a relationship with someone who is not compatible with them on a positive level. On a level of that will fill in those holes that they have in their chart, and you fill in their holes that they have in their chart. That's a balance. But when people tend to have trauma, toxic, bad situations from their past relationships, just getting out of a relationship doesn't make you learn from it. You have to be able to heal those wounds and reflect on those negative actions that you took and negative reactions that you took when you were in that relationship that you got out of. So it's best to always come forward and communicate. Don't always give off your energy right away, because you don't know. Just be careful, who you're doing this with. But understand that when you're coming to a person and you're telling them, this is something that I want to take to the next level, you have to be honest, and you have to communicate, and you also have to believe in that person in the door. Sometimes people will make mistakes throughout the relationship and make a person kind of real back. But you have to understand, communication takes that right out of right from under you, because you're communicating and you're trying to figure out the issue. We're trying to find a solution. And believing in that person that they're going to change is going to create a frequency of transformation, of manifestation. You're going to be able to manifest something bigger in the physical realm out of relationship, and also manifest something emotional inside of you, because you have communicated with that and you let go of that trauma at the time it was created. You can't let it sit inside of you, because it gains its own energy. And then it boils up inside of you, and then it starts hitting you up here, because it already got you spiritually. So it starts hitting you up here, and then that's when you're ignoring it, and then it's manifesting in the physical realm, where now you're having therapy because you're stressed out and you thinking you're going crazy and you thinking suicidal thoughts, because you haven't healed yourself from that relationship. You got yourself out of it, but you haven't healed yourself from it. So many people say, oh, I broke up with him, but they're crying every night, and they're not trying to heal themselves from that situation. Self-love is the first step in healing. Fasting, meditation, yoga. Meditation will help you build a relationship with yourself, and yoga will help you build a relationship with your body. So then that way you can be able to know what areas that you need to detox, what areas you need to cleanse, so you can be able to be in your most divine self, and you don't have to worry about none of those negative energies coming inside of your way. They will never come towards you, because you are vibrating at a high frequency. They will feel intimidated by your energy, because how powerful you are. And I'm speaking to this on both ends, men and women. People would be intimidated, like people wouldn't want to address you, because they know, oh yeah, I'm out of her league, I'm out of his league. Right?